Hey guys, we're still waiting on the character creation, still going for a little bit, but the three of us decided we'd just come live and I don't know, essentially just shoot the shit, talk a little bit, and see if you guys have any questions, and and yeah, I'm not muted, but you guys are, but
Okay.
we're live now, or you guys are live now, so
Sweet.
but yeah, so if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We'll try to get answer them to you. If you're new, welcome. But otherwise, we were just discussing what are the odds of who will die next. And if you guys haven't been with us since the beginning, after Amrith, it's only me or Cabin and Durian that are the original members of the party. So who will be the last one standing? We'll see. Or maybe one of the new ones will die, but first, I don't know. We'll see. Um,
Did Durian move? No, that's because the other two aren't on the call, so
No,
profile's
no, no,
not.
no. I am in a different location. I'm visiting my two little sisters at my parents' house.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's my birthday today.
yep. Hi,
You have such a
birthday.
lovely little sister. I'm just gonna say on the open.
Yeah. By the way, chat, be mad about this. Bring it up. Bring it up when we go live. It is Jimmy's birthday, and Travis did not let us re-roll anything. This is.
To be fair, if
Well,
Durian,
technically,
if Durian had kicked the bucket,
Like a new character.
if Durian had kicked the bucket, I might have gotten a pity roll of like, does all your valuable stuff melt in the acid, or does it only vaguely melt?
Well, technically, Allison is rerolling a new character in terms of rerolling, but yeah, like
So,
saving her would.
so Niz says that my bet's on Durian to die being next via being a terrible performer, and you know what? That's actually not a terrible assessment because I've always performed poorly as a bard, but we're getting to be higher levels and the stakes are higher. So imagine me performing poorly for some king or nobleman somewhere, and I roll a 2. Like,
Just
You know what? I don't even imagine that, man. I imagine you going into a bar, like one of the bars we've been in before, where it's like all the like super strong mercenary bodyguard guys. You not want to, and everyone just starts throwing stuff at you, and you accidentally get killed in like a shower of
I mean,
items.
that would take a number of ones in a row to get to death by rotten vegetables. You know.
food
I just
fight.
like imagine someone throws a chair, you accidentally crush you somehow, and you fall over, and we're like,
And
what
I
the hell?
trip, and I mean, like I said, like 4 or 5 ones in a row. Yes,
Yeah.
that could be something. But that said, we are. Yeah, it's just the two of us, and with all your hit points.
Oh, they're coming back.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We are live right now,
Oh,
by
we
the
didn't
way.
even get to have a
Oh,
really
we are live? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just chatting and trying to kill time. Live on the
Okay.
same stuff.
Hi everyone. I don't actually I swear a lot, so doesn't matter that much.
So,
Cool.
hey, comedy, by the way, new guy, welcome. We enjoy new people watching us here. So,
Apologize, we're being a little slow. We did have a player character. A player character was slain in the first section of the show.
Slain
So,
or murdered.
I think executed would be
Slain.
more.
do you realize you called this, Travis? You should feel bad. You were just like, I'm not even gonna have to throw rocks this episode, and then you
I-
actually
Yeah,
didn't
that's actually-
let rocks fall.
I didn't need rocks. Okay, so cool. I will tell Allison that she can rejoin the call.
Yeah, I sent her
Because
the
if she
link.
keeps PMing me, by God, I am going to.
There she is.
Hello.
By God, she's PMing you.
Yeah. Cool. So
Let
you
me
guys
hold on.
get-
Let us.
Sure.
I'm not recording it. I'm just streaming it. So
Oh, you're just streaming? Okay.
Yeah, we were just chatting.
yeah,
and
we're just shooting the shit.
figured that if we got people waiting on us, we'd chat with them too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start our next thing right now.
All right.
Welcome back from break, guys. It was a little bit longer, and I know it seems like I know it's a sad time, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll meet new friends this this this
It's
piece. So
entirely possible. So you guys just got into Phoenix Point late at night, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, and you just kind of shell shocked. You head to the closest inn, pay for rooms, and just probably just crash, I assume.
I think so.
And I'm hearing no arguments, so you guys wake up the next day.
You're here.
Okay,
Loss
that's
of-
what you do.
The loss of Amareth still hanging heavily over you.
You're hearing.
What do
What'd you say?
I said the loss of Amareth still hanging heavily over you.
Oh, okay.
What do you do?
I go and ask about what is north of here on the road.
Yeah, we're downstairs breakfast.
Yeah,
Ask
to the innkeep. She kind of smiles at you sweetly and says, "Well, dear, the road leads to the elven lands of Cien. Fort Kirribilli is before that. Formerly a Palatinus-controlled city, but that's the next city north."
And what of it? What can you tell us about it?
Was commandeered by the elves of Cien in the last war. Our king, to secure allies, allowed them to keep the tax revenue from it and keep it under their banner for their support in the last war.
And what of the land around Kirribilli, Fort Kirribilli?
I don't know. Hills, forest.
Fair enough.
Are there any
Let's go.
trappers or hunters in this town? Animals,
Sure, there
men,
are plenty
woodsmen?
of them.
Any notable
Notable.
trappers or hunters?
Uh,
Worth their salt, so they say.
I happen to know one straight away. Yes, Willem. They call him Willem Whitebeard. You can find him in the north side of town. He usually heads out to the bluffs along the sea and to the foothills to the west.
Thank you.
Willem, you say?
Mm-hmm. Willem Dafoe.
I mean,
The sounds.
you know.
It was an acid fight!
Does he have a crazed look in his eyes?
Oh, yes. Crazed look in his eyes, white beard, hair flying all over.
Okay.
So we're talking about a guy who looks like this.
Talking about a guy who looks like Willem Dafoe.
Oh wow, that did not post right. I have no idea why.
I don't even know where I'm looking.
Oh, yeah, it's so long.
Okay, so
Page not found.
we get our information.
Mm-hmm.
Darren, do you want to ask them any more questions?
Nope.
No. Okay. I get to go back to our little breakfast table and
Oh, you posted only twice. That's
I don't know. Back to breakfast table.
Why
with,
is that
with
not
Miz-
posting?
with Mizudi
Never
and
mind.
Nina?
Ignore
Be
that.
like, guys.
Yeah, you.
We got here a lot. I don't even know what to do. We kind of got here based on. Last night was rough. We just like kind of clawed our way out here. The most I know is this thing went north. That's it. North somewhere.
It did, yes. Are we still intending to find where it nests?
North.
I think we owe it to Amareth.
Can we even find it?
I don't know, but we asked the innkeeper, and it seems like north there's areas where it would be, or that seems like it might be hanging out, and we have the contact information of a one William Dafoe, or Willem. Sorry, Willem Dafoe, and he seems to be a notable hunter or trapper in the area. Maybe he might have some leads or know something. That's all we got on. That's all we got.
Well, unless we know someone who can act as a guide or knows the specific area around here. I don't see a point in chasing it.
Well,
Sadly.
that would be helpful. Maybe this.
I see a point in chasing it, Nina. Regardless.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
what we have.
odds are we'll never find it. Is what I'm saying, unless we have someone that knows or has a good idea of the area around us.
I just glare at her.
By the way, you can see I'm still very depressed.
I say we press on. We can go speak to this Willem, but if he knows nothing, we leave within the next half hour.
I think the farther north we go, there might be more information. The closer where it is, maybe Fort Kirribilli seems like a more. What is going on? Fort Kirribilli seems like there might be some more situated by the woods for hunters or someone. So maybe we'll have information there. But I suggest we go visit this Defoe person.
The dragon hunter I am looking to meet back up with is in the village of Sagni, so it will not be far on our way.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe we can just bring it. Maybe he knows something about.
She.
I'm sorry.
We could always ask her. I'm not certain she fight things like that before.
Yeah. Well, any information, if it's possible, would be good. I don't know. I mean, we have nothing else. Let's.
It does not hurt to talk with this man.
Puppy cam.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sounds like everyone's in agreement, and I'm sure Durian would be as well. You head to Willem's place.
Mhm.
Cool. So you head to the north side of town, and you see a small shop called Willem's Tanning and Forestry, and you head in. Nina, the sign has a tree and like a deer on it. So you can-
Wait. Can it be actually said I'm trying to get someone to help me read every day when we're not doing stuff? I'm really
I'll
over this.
That's
No,
fine.
I honestly-
keep in mind,
I
like your
honestly thought
character,
I was
Who,
better at
who are you trying to get to help you read?
this entire time.
your character. Keep
I
in
know.
mind, your character does not think that being illiterate is weird at all. It's completely normal. Like being literate
I
is
honestly-
strange.
Like, I honestly thought I was, because I was, like, traveling by myself, going to places, reading stuff and signs and directions.
You
I
don't
thought I
need
actually
to
could
read signs. You talk to people. It's the olden days.
Yeah, people
All
travel
of-
all the
all of
time.
the
Bobby.
signs-
I wish to get this fixed, Travis, is my
To
point
be
I'm
fair,
making.
Nina. To be fair,
Nina, nothing is
you know
broken.
what? Durian's smart enough. He can teach you to read in about 5 years.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a bit harsh. You make it a month.
3 years. You're right. 3
You
years.
don't learn a whole language in a month.
Yeah, you don't learn to read in like
Read
a
and
couple like weeks of like, oh, that says the rusty butthole, and that says the, you know,
No.
you're not like, oh, I understand grammar now, and I've got a large vocabulary.
Yeah, like keep in mind it's not strange at all. Like you may see it as a character weakness. It's actually a character point. It's a
I
it's
just
a,
find it
it's a
annoying.
feature. It's not a bug. It's a feature. All right. So you guys head to Willem's place and you knock on the door and you're come in.
Willem Dafoe, I presume.
Yeah. What can I help you with?
Does he have any like weird Green Goblin armor on?
He does not have any weird Green Goblin armor on. However, you do see
Is
his.
he hanging out with Bill Murray?
You do see an older man, kind of rumpled looking. He's got like a jumpsuit on, a backpack with looks like a vacuum hose. You don't even know what a vacuum is, but it's totally what it looks like. No, it's just him in there.
Okay.
You do see his eyes as he looks at you. One eye looks straight at you. The other's like noticing something in the corner. He's got like this crazy white hair, long white beard that's all just. You'd think, you almost expect there to be twigs in it. There's not, but it's that kind of twisted and gnarled. He says, well, what can I do for you? Need
Ever
some
hunt?
skins? I got some nice deer hides.
We're looking to hire a hunter for big game.
Ah. Big game, huh? Looking to mount a big buck on the wall, maybe a bear.
I trot up to him. I don't even notice. I get like right in his face, and I say, "Big game."
Bigger.
Okay, you look up at him because you're 5'2" and he's about 6 foot. So you're kind of like bigger.
Okay, well in that case, no.
He looks down at you. He's not like.
Oh, okay, well I
Lording
don't
it
like
furiously.
I'm not like, hey. I like walk up to him, and then I like gesture closer, and I keep
Kind of-
looking at him, and I say, "Big game."
All right, there, Baldy. What's big game to you?
You ever fought a chimera before?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
This is my face, actually.
What is that? One of them with the wings and the stingers?
We're out of here. Let's go.
All right.
I gesture at everybody. Fucking peasants. And I keep walking out.
Actually, I stopped for a second and like, I don't suppose you sell bow and arrows here.
This look like a arms shop lady? Get lost.
Sorry, I can't read. Where is one?
It's probably the one with the sword or a bow on the sign. Jesus Christ, fucking kid. Get the hell out of here.
I just walk out.
Yeah. All shops have signs that clearly indicate what they do. And you can read some
Travis-
words like INN. You're like, I should stay there.
I want to buy a bow.
So
You
is
want to buy
anybody-
a bow.
Is there anybody in town? I say Nina, not now.
I'm saying,
I ask. I
Yeah.
guess I turn to the party and I'm like. In fact, this is very much like what Durian is. Whatever's going on behind him, he's like, wait, shut up, everybody. What do you think? Do you think there's someone who has arcane knowledge in town? You know what? We shouldn't even wait here. We should go now because the elves will know far more than any of these humans. These petty
Oh, she's one.
buck hunting. I know she's being a little bitch right now.
Poor dog.
We should press on immediately.
to cure Billy?
Yes, to the Fort Kirribilli. I'm sure if it is anything like a fort, it is a conquered town. There will be martial shops there, Nina, if you really need to figure out how to figure out the end of a string and an arrow.
I just say just prefer to have one right now.
Well,
case
you
we
can
have-
have-
I don't think taking 5 or 10 minutes in a shop is going to hurt our travel time. Better buy a bow. We take off right away.
5 minutes.
Okay, Travis.
Dude, just kind of
closest bow
shrugs
shop.
at you. Cool.
5
you
minutes
shop
and
for a
we
bow.
leave.
What kind of bow do you want?
What do they have? Main
They
quick
have
tips,
a
what do they
long
have?
bow and a short bow for sale.
No, copper
Short
bows
bow-
pre-made.
No, they don't pre-make those
Okay.
things.
I didn't think so. It's worth a shot. I buy just a standard longbow.
No magical
And
longbows?
arrows.
Travis?
Okay, longbows can't be used on horsebacks, but if that's not a concern from you, that's fine.
I don't mind dismounting to shoot something.
Cool. You buy a longbow, 75 gold.
Mm-hmm.
You have a.
Caven, what's your arrow count out?
You get 20 arrows with it, so.
I know, I'm just talking what's his arrow count out? Because he went fly quite a few arrows just before.
I have 28 arrows.
I have many arrows.
Yeah, I haven't subtracted anything from that. You're probably at 20 or so.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
fine.
if I have,
There's-
I have 20.
There's
wish
arrows
to
on.
buy
There's
three-
like 40 arrows on Durian's horse. You guys are.
30. I have 30 arrows,
30.
which you've never broken into, and I've used those bolts over time.
No. It started at 150. I've been reducing them.
Oh, you have.
Yep,
Wow.
I've been
we got-
restocking your character sheets.
we got
You're
plenty.
pretty OP.
We got arrows for you, Nina. But we're gonna be splitting the cost from now on.
So once
Let's
we kill
go.
that thing, yeah.
Cool. So you guys head out. It's a 2-day ride if you push it. And you got up early. You talked to this hunter. You basically say, well, whatever, fuck it. Buy a bow takes 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. So you can make it in I think it's a 2-day journey. So yeah, you guys.
I'm watching the landscape. If we go, if there's something that's resembling sharper hills or cliffs that look to be good perches for the beast that I seek, then I hold us up on the road and direct us off to the right or left.
Okay. Well, you guys ride along, and there's some sparse wooded coverage along the road. It's not like a thick forest or anything, but you don't really see any hills or anything off in the distance. Nothing like, kind of rolls up and down a little bit. There aren't any like cliff edges or anything. So
Okay.
I assume you just keep traveling along?
Yeah. No, we just
Okay.
or I keep going.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys keep going, and alright, you make it to Fort Kirribilli without issue.
No surprise chimeras jumping out at us.
A Tarask leaps up and
Oh,
starts
God.
just rampaging. No, you don't run into anything.
So far.
No, you guys make it there, no problem.
Okay.
It is a fort, quite literally. It's a large wooden fort. There's like wooden walls and palisades around it. There is a keep made of stone inside with kind of a 10 or 15 foot stone wall around that. But there's a small village inside the fort. And
time?
you guys roll in.
What time do we get there?
Probably midday or so.
Okay.
Cool.
Durian, do you
You
want
guys roll up.
Durian, do you want to ask around for information, or do you want to find it in first?
So Durian, whereas as he left Phoenix Point, was gruff and kind of mean and driven. He's now just kind of unresponsive and useless. So he doesn't answer you, Caben.
I like
Okay.
this.
Let's just
Then-
go looking around town and see if we can get information.
Well, I guess Caben's going to ask like the guard or whatever, whether they're at the gate or the keep entrance. I guess like what are the inns here?
Yeah, so you guys, as you roll up, you actually see kind of a change in scenery. All of the cities that you visited previously have had, the Platinus flag displayed proudly. It was kind of a time of political turmoil. It was certainly a time to show your banners. So you saw the what the fuck was it again? God damn it! Are anyone else's things not loading in? Journal entries?
If I click on it, it works.
No, mine's in there.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I had some kind of filter in there. So where you saw the red and black shield with the white
We got
eagle of Platinus, you now see. Where the fuck is it?
the purple.
It's in-
You
on
see,
there.
yeah, you see the purple and gold and the stag of
Stag.
Cien.
The stag. That's
Nice prongs.
awesome. mytribe101.com.
Yep. You'll never guess where I made them. Nope. So cool. You guys roll in, and you see those colors flying over the battlements.
All right.
You also notice that the guards on duty are elves. They just kind of nod you in, don't even stop you or talk to you unless you stop to talk to them.
I would have stopped and asked them like, we're travelers seeking stay here for maybe a day or a few. What are the inns around in this? It's not a town. It's a fort, I guess, right? It's a fort.
Yeah, it's a fort. The gates are open. He says, "Of course, good sir. the inns would happily keep all of you. Is there anything I can help you with? You look
Actually,
well
yeah.
traveled.
Yes, we're a beast made off with one person in our party, and we've tracked it north.
Oh my!
And we're
What
s-
kind of beast?
Durian, did you say it was a? What did you say?
He said it was a chimera.
A chimera.
A chimera.
A what?
Winged.
Yes.
Winged,
Oh, yes, guard.
Winged beast with three heads.
Three-headed. There was a chimera. It was, at least I
That-
believe it to be so.
That sounds terrible, and I have no idea what that is. But I'm very sorry.
Do you? Has
How
anyone
much?
has anyone been out in these towns in any past couple centuries? I mean, surely stories. And I just start wandering off and griping to myself and wander away.
Well, there are strange beasts all over the wilderness. Do you encounter this beast on the road, or where did you see it?
We counted it more south, maybe closer to Phoenix Point than here, but we tracked it. It was flying north.
Oh, it was in this area. Well, I'll certainly alert the captain and let him know that such a beast has been sighted. Hopefully, it's we haven't heard reports of it before, so I'm not certain it's something that routinely attacks travelers. But if you saw it on the road, I'll let him know immediately.
Thank you. If you do hear anything or have heard, three heads is hard to miss, but it might have been described as some kind of draconic creature. It flies and has a similar, maybe look at far distance.
Well, the as far as I understand, the dragon in Palatinus was slain, so that's almost certainly not what it was.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is true. That creature is no more. But yeah, we fear the worst for our party member, and it's the days are going.
You guardsman. Where's the best lore? Who's the best lore master in town? Who is knowledgeable of arcane lore?
Well, the captain's battle wizard would probably be the best person to go to.
Does he take appointments?
If you explain the situation to a messenger, I'm sure they'd speak to him. He's friendly enough. I don't think old Draenor would turn you away.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, will you be
Just-
our message? Will you carry a message for us to the?
I have guard duty, I'm sorry, but if you go to the fort, the inner keep, they should be able to direct you from there.
Fair enough.
Thank you very much.
I
Good
start
luck in your
walking.
search.
I start walking.
Okay, Durian, let's drop our stuff off the inn first.
No, we've lost enough time as is. We've slept out on the open enough. Let the inn will always be there.
Fair enough. We're going to find this battle mage.
Cool. All right, so you guys roll up, kind of past the various houses and shops and whatnot, and head to the inner keep. And you see another set of guards there. The doors are closed here, like the big gates where you could take a wagon through. But they do have like smaller guard posts and little like person doors, human-sized doors. Sorry. Cool. So you roll up to a guard and he says, "Yes, sir. Can I know your business?"
We're looking to speak with the captain's mage, seeking information.
So Draenor, what do you wish from him? He's a busy man,
Information.
of course.
It is knowledge that the garrison here would perhaps find useful.
I'm going to have to see if he's available, sir. Do you have more detail that I can give him? He is a busy man.
I pull out my Knight's Draconis medal
Mm-hmm.
and pass it to the guardsman and say, "It is a message for him. Ask if he will speak with us."
He kind of looks at it and reads it and looks at you, looks at it again, and his eyes kind of widen. He says, "May I take this with me?"
You'll
When I
give it
speak.
back?
Of course, sir.
Go.
Yes, sir. And he heads inside. You guys just kind of chill out, and he comes back, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, and says, Sir Draenor will see you. Please tie up your horses out here, and I will escort you.
By the way, I have his name in my notepad here as Sir Drano, but
Drannor. Draenor.
that's very close to Drano.
Very close.
You-
Cool. So,
one N with a little line over it and take out the R. Then
cool. So you guys are escorted in. I assume you just tie up the horses. They don't like strip search you or take off your weapons or anything.
So it's not the
So-
TSA.
It's not the TSA.
Okay.
You don't have to take off your shoes. Cool. So you guys head in and are directed to an office where there's a somewhat elderly, wizened-looking elf behind the desk. Says, "Come in, come in."
is the guardsman there who is?
There are several guardsmen there.
Did they give me back my medal?
Yeah, he handed it back to you when he walked out.
Got it. Thank you. I enter in. I look at them, pretty just study them, and then I gesture to Caben and Nina to speak.
We come seeking information about a mythical beast that attacked one of our friends.
I see. And what kind of beast is this?
We think it's a
Three-headed,
chimera.
winged,
Chimera. I see. They have
spewed
been-
acid.
A green chimera. They have been known to frequent the forests to the south, the foothills to the west and the east of here. I'm not sure what you're looking for exactly. They've been known to be in this area, but they generally don't attack travelers on the roads.
We were off the roads. I speak up. We'd
I
come from
see.
the rift to the south.
The Rift. Interesting. And what business would the
Chimera. I interrupt him.
David.
I interrupt him and I say the Chimera took someone who was dear to us, and we look to reclaim her or her remains. Has there been any way to find out if there's been any sightings of late, or what can you tell us of them?
kind of studies you closely and says, "And what business did the Knights Draconis of Palatinus have with the Drow?"
This way north.
Really? The roads that are better cleared than the woods and the rift itself, which I'm sure you had to walk around. Past the rift was the fastest way.
I look at him and I say, perhaps I had wanted to see the rift itself. Perhaps we had heard tales of it and did not believe all of them and were corrected of some of those misbeliefs.
What was your question again? Because the
I
DM doesn't
said-
remember.
I don't know. I look at him and I say, Sir Dranor. Sir Drano. Sir Draenor, I don't mean to be rude. It has been a trying several days, as you can imagine. But is there any way to find more information? I only know of my own studies on the Chimera, and all I know is of basic habits. But any specific tales of late, any way of gathering such information? We have reason to believe it's in this area. And we, if not wish to exact revenge, at least wish to collect what we can from of the remains of our friend. A cleric of Corellon Lorethian, might I add.
I see.
Bam! Light bulb goes on in Jimmy's head.
Is Drano an
I
elf? Did I
am-
miss that?
Yeah, he's an elf.
Okay.
They're all elves. You're surrounded by elves.
So many.
He kind of looks at you, contemplates you for a moment, and says, "I'm very sorry about your friend. I do not personally have any information that would help you that I can think of. The foothills to the west and the east, as well as the forests to the south, are home to many beasts. Without settlement or frequently traveled roads, they tend to thrive there. I can't help direct you on exactly where it would be. All I can tell you is to be cautious if you should go. Chimeras are not the only things out in those foothills."
I merely nod and look at Caben and Nina and cock an eyebrow.
Let's check. Seems like we got our work.
I
cut out
give
for
an
us.
elf look that says, "Do you want to ask anything else?" There, how about that?
Durian looks at you and cocks a non-browed eyebrow.
No,
A
my
bare
brow, my brow is bare, but you see my skin.
The skin
sort of-
goes up.
The skin sort of wrinkles upward.
Okay.
Haven gives a blank face.
Nina? Nina?
You can just see Nina thinking, and it's like,
Shocking.
is there anything
Shocking.
that is particularly effective against chimeras?
Not that I can think of. They're winged creatures, just like wyverns or griffins. If you shoot at their wings, you may be able to bring them down.
Do you
Then
have
again,
any other
there's-
means of bringing them down? Magical or otherwise?
I have spells that I could cast, but I have duties here. I'm afraid I can't accompany you. If you have spells to use, then I would say you should look to your own knowledge and see what you think could help bring it down.
You said hitting the wings can bring it down.
Yes, of course. If you damage their wings, you could bring them to the ground.
I turn and exit, and when I exit, I want to find a guard for directions.
Okay, Nina just hears the answer to that last question and just
Nope.
turns and leaves.
Nope.
No, there's the thing I'm going with this.
Okay.
I sketch.
wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for your time, sir. And I give a hasty bow and grab Caben and
Yeah.
push him ahead of me out. Not
Wow.
roughly, but sort of like.
Bow and thank Lord Drano before leaving.
Lord Drano.
Sir Dranor bows you all out. Okay.
Okay, so on my exit, I take it there's a guard there at the front.
Yeah,
still?
there's guards all over. You
You begin attacking random guards.
No. I ask if there's like a
Where's the
shooting range
chimera?
or somewhere I want to practice with,
If there's what?
like a shooting range or something one can practice.
We don't have time to practice, Nina.
Shush.
We leave
You
immediately.
can practice on the Chimera.
Durian,
Like,
where are we going?
I look kind of sarcastically at her and I say, unless you've got better ideas, either east, west, south, or north. Because apparently they could be all around here, apparently. No
Mizzou
one's ever
kind of-
seen one.
Gives a chuckle and says, "Well, we certainly have our options open for us."
I'm at a loss, guys. I don't...
Unless it wanted to fly like straight north, then turn west. It seems like it might be hanging between Kirribilli and Phoenix Point, maybe on the coastal side.
This creature was buried in the snow. It's 5 feet tall, however heavy or large it is across. And we practically stepped on it before we saw it. We're just going to head in the 100 square miles or so that are... Here, I'll even...
Do you have
Yeah,
better,
Yeah,
like-
it should be accurate for distance.
do you have a better
Right.
idea?
call
we
it...
keep our ears open
So
better
call it
idea.
in the 25 miles to the north, east, and south of Fort Kirribilli. That's, I don't even know what that would be. The area of that, something like 150
Couple
square
hundred
miles.
square miles. Yeah.
Yeah, 100 square miles, 200 square miles.
We haven't
It
found.
could be anywhere.
We haven't found anyone with any other information. I don't know what else we. If we're gonna. If
Well,
we're gonna hunt
I would
this
call
thing-
that a good sign, which means at no point did it cross the road. And if I had my guess, I would guess it's further north than south. It seems to be. It seemed we found it near a forest, and perhaps it returned to somewhere near a forest. But other than that, I've got nothing. And he warned us that it was dangerous. I defer to you, Nina Caben.
There's no point in trying to follow it. You have to wait for information about it to arise before you can even attempt to track it. Whether I like it or not isn't happening now.
So I just sort of nod despondently knowing this, and I know in my head that it is just as likely to always stay hidden and never be seen, so I'm even acknowledging that I'm not going to find anything. So I say, all right, Caven, well, that's the tavern, I suppose, then.
I'll meet you guys at the tavern later. I wish to find a shooting range.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you head outside the keep, and just outside the fort there were people, practicing their swordplay and their marksmanship. Elves are always practicing their swordsplay and marksmanship, so yeah, you can find a range and try out your new bow.
Cool. Until it hits evening, you're going to see me shooting the same target over and over again. Trying to do my
You
best
hit
at
it.
bullseyes.
Yeah, cool. I mean, we don't have to roll. On average, you'll hit a stationary target pretty often, so you kind of get the feeling for the bow, like, all right, here's the tautness I want. I've got to get this angle, and you find yourself surprisingly adept at using it. You're like, wow, this is like, this isn't too hard.
Okay, like I said, I just keep practicing because only way I'm going to be able to fight it is apparently if I ground it. So I'm going to image the wing as the bullseye, and I'm going to keep trying to hit the bullseye as many times as I can.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you practice for a good hour or so, and they give you some training arrows to use there. And overall, the elves are pretty impressed. I mean, you're a high-level fighter, so you're actually pretty good with the bow. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Back to the
Anything
inn.
else you want to do out there? Yeah.
Nurse that.
All right, back to the inn. Guys, what are you doing?
Problem drinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
getting some food.
I
guess
I,
Jane's drinking heavily.
I offer. I honestly just ask for. I say, do you have a large tankard of water somewhere?
I can find you one, sir.
I'm talking about gallons. Say 5 gallons of water.
Oh, God. Again.
What would you want 5 gallons of water for, sir?
To make
have good ale.
make you profit.
I'm not sure I understand, sir.
All will be explained. Do you have a barrel of 5 gallons of water?
I'll have to ask my father, sir.
All right, little boy, run along. Ask your father. In the meantime, pour me a tankard of ale.
Very well, sir. And the little elven boy pours you a tankard of ale. Actually, human boy. It's the first, not the first humans you've seen. There are actually quite a few humans, but it appears that the bar is owned and ran by humans. So, yep, he brings you back a tankard of ale and says, "My father doesn't have a spare pail to spare. What do you want the water for, sir?"
Don't worry about it.
Yes, sir. Okay, and he heads off. Awesome. So you guys pass a morose night, and
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, I read a poem at some point.
cool.
Oh,
You
I
read
re-
a
I-
poem.
I recite oratory. at
Yeah,
some
you
point.
go up to perform. Go ahead. Give her a whirl. The bar is pretty empty.
Yeah, that's fine. Should I roll first or should I read first? I should read first,
Read
right?
first for the bonus.
Sure.
I'm not going to get a bonus out of this one. I go up, and I've had quite a few, but
Okay.
you can make me roll, but I'd say that I've had a few, but I'm at that state where I've just kind of been going for so long that I kind of have my wits about me.
Yeah.
And I recite, Phlebas the Phoenician, a fortnight dead, forgot the cry of gulls, and the deep seas dwell, and the prophet in loss. A current under sea picked his bones in whispers. As he rose and fell, he passed the stages of his age and youth, entering the whirlpool. Gentile or Jew, O you who turn the wheel and look to windward, consider Phlebas, who was once handsome and tall as you. After the torchlight red on sweaty faces, after the frosty silence in the gardens, after the agony in stony places, the shouting and the crying, prison and place and reverberation of thunder of spring over distant mountains, he who was living is now dead, we who are living are now dying with a little patience. Here is no water but only rock, rock and no water in the sandy road, the road winding above among the mountains, which are mountains of rock without water. If there were water, we should stop and drink. Amongst the rock, one cannot stop or think. Sweat is dry and feet are in the sand. And if anyone can name the poem, well done.
I can't.
It actually goes. I stopped mid. I'm blanking on the term. Mid paragraph, but mid
Stanza?
stanza. Thank you. But it goes on. If there were only water amongst the rock, dead mountain of mouth of carious teeth that cannot spit. Here one can neither stand nor lie nor sit. There is not even silence in the mountains, but dry sterile thunder without rain. There is not even solitude in the mountains, but red sullen faces sneer and snarl from doors of mud-cracked houses. If there were water and no rock, it goes on. T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland.
Very nice. Cool. So make a roll.
That's to you, Amareth.
Dead, bro. I'm
Okay.
dead.
That's okay.
Nice. Nice. You give a good performance. It's a little morose, but you get some polite applause. Applause, excuse me. And also a pause. It's very touching.
Does anybody weep?
I don't believe there's weeping.
I'm almost tempted to give it a go.
That weeping?
If Nina goes to perform,
I'm trying to make someone
I tell her.
I don't want to do it here, though.
I nod to her in approval,
Like, I have a perfect song I want to sing, but now's not the time.
and then I drink until I pass out on the bar. That's my night.
Okay. Well, you
Kevin's like, ah.
you just get sloppy drunk. Awesome. Unless anyone else does anything, you wake up the next day.
Caben would have hoisted Durian up to his room.
Nice.
Aw,
Okay.
That's so nice.
Aw. That's so cute.
Or
Not tuck him in.
Amareth.
Just throw him on the bed and leave him there.
Oh, nice.
Wow. No,
Kind of
no
nice,
actual
kinda
love
not.
going on there. Just in your bed. God.
Well, he's passed out. He wouldn't know. But yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys get up, and Durian, you're nursing a massive hangover. And do you guys just head out right away the next day?
I think not that it's gonna do any good, but Caden would have asked around the bottom floor of the tavern. That if the innkeeper's around or if any other people are around, just like might be kind of awkward, like he's butting into people's like having breakfast, but he's desperate to know if anyone has seen any kind of winged creature off the distance if they were traveling from Phoenix Point or heard any other travelers from like a day or two ago about any information.
Yeah, so you talk to people. There haven't been any strange sightings. Some people are still talking about the dragon that was slain, as well as peace talks or open diplomatic channels between Taurus and Palatinus.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, no. A lot of people want to talk about the weather.
The weather.
Yeah. Gray clouds are rolling in. There's some light snowfall.
Is that different for this time of year, or is it just snow and they're talking about it?
But you're a stranger and nothing important's happening, so
Okay.
they're talking about the weather.
Okay.
Quickest point to Stagny, through the woods or actually going around on the roads?
Well, you get an older elf to kind of scratch his chin because he doesn't have facial hair, and he says, "Well, you could certainly go through the woods.
So if he's older, he's like 800 years old.
Well, not quite that old. He's maybe hit about 450, 475. But yeah, he kind of looks and says, "Well, you could certainly skirt the woods, get to Sagni that way, go along the coast. Might be more dangerous, but it'd certainly be faster than riding up to Felice and then going over to which I can't read, and then heading over."
What kind of dangers?
Well, whatever kinds of beasts would be in the woods. I don't go through the woods very often.
Ibren.
Ibreen, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, party, are we going up to Sagni, or are we gonna venture out into the foothills?
I'll say.
You know, this one time I was in the woods and I saw this massive centipede. Had to be about 10 feet long. It was quite a scary thing.
That's great,
And
Grandpa.
again, it is winter, so I would think the insect life would not be very active. So you probably
Ben, if
don't have to
you're
worry
gonna
about
be
that.
here for a bit, I'm gonna go get another pint.
Have you seen anything flying?
Anything flying? Well, yes, there are plenty of beautiful birds around here. I'm a bit of an ornithologist myself.
All right.
I've
Caitlin's
seen
gonna start
the
edging away.
blue-coated
I just spaced
cardinal.
off.
It's very...
The blue
where are you
coat.
going?
I
This
can't
is an interesting
I-
genetic diversity. It is a departure from the normal red cardinal.
Yeah, all right, Darwin.
You just walk away, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. I went missing
How
aside
rude.
because we're
How rude.
going to Sagney for Missouri, so
Well,
Children.
Children
decide
these
next road,
days,
I'll
you
go
couldn't
through.
have been more than 150.
we haven't. Is that what we're doing, party?
Missouri, your choice.
No, this is the party's
we-
choice.
We can go wherever we
Oh,
want.
yeah, that's
The
fine.
roads will be safer, but may take longer.
What do you know of the towns of Cien?
Not much. I was through here once before. Just normal villages, from what I know. And let me actually see if she knows anything more. That's not a very high roll. Yeah, she doesn't really know much more. She does mention one of the lords of Cien is in the next town, Felice. One of the, I'm not even sure what they call it. One of the big leaders. They were talking about him when I came through here.
I think it's too out of our
Okay,
way
I've
if we have
been
any hope
reading
of
other,
finding.
Ministers or lords? Don't know.
Well, as far as I know, each city has a lord or someone running it, but I don't understand the politics of this place. You'd have to ask there, but someone important lived there.
Hmm.
Yeah, personally, I'm just very for going to the forest.
What does the city
Quicker than
do
the
west of here?
I don't know. I never traveled that way. You don't
That's
know.
it.
You haven't heard of it. Would you like to go there? There's certainly one there. There's a road that goes west.
Can I use
See,
my...
I could put you on the spot by using bardic knowledge to ask
Go
about
ahead.
the name of the
Go
town.
ahead.
No, I'm
You're
not.
alive.
I don't actually care what it is.
Okay.
It's fine.
I've thought of the name already.
I said then you should put it there, but keep it hidden.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I say that we head cross land and get supplies for a cold journey
For Sagni?
for Sagni directly, and maybe we head we bit more roundabout route, head due east first, see if we see anything before heading north again.
Yeah. By the way,
It's a good.
Just-
We're on horses. It's a good 4 days of travel if it's smooth. 5 days maybe.
It's decent ways.
just to get this out of the way, by the way, I give Durian a scroll case.
Oh,
What?
what?
This is one of the only a scroll case, like Amara's backpack that we put on the horses.
Oh yeah, you guys haven't really
It's
ruffled.
literally one of the only things.
We
that-
wait.
Wait, you're already going through my stuff?
Wait. We
Well,
have
I'm
her
just gonna fish the
backpack.
backpack itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took the backpack off of her horse.
I didn't realize she had a backpack
Wait,
on the horse.
that's
I
right.
feel like we would have sat around it and discussed something at some point. Well,
There's literally nothing in it.
Durian was out of his mind, so we didn't realize.
Yeah.
So when you hand this to me, I'm like, what is this?
It was one of the only real things in Amara's possession. I figured you could probably understand something of it. The rest of it was just pretty much.
Wait. Gamerath gave you this to hold on to?
It was
It
on
looks
her
like-
horse.
It was on her horse.
Yes, in her backpack.
I turn and go, and I said, the backpack. I look over my shoulder as I'm laying. The backpack's still on the horse?
Her
It's
horse
like,
was dead,
We're
so
all
you
traveling.
put all his shit
Yeah,
in
we like
her bag.
Oh, that's right. So, okay, so I wouldn't have done that. I'd forgotten it was dead. So I'm like, I hadn't realized it was on the horse. Did you collect everything from it?
Yeah, we threw it in our,
it's
our
like
luggage.
besides that in the medallion, there was like the only thing of note on it. In it.
My cleric's
I made
vest,
sure that-
which I wore a lot, were in there.
There was some.
Yeah, but I'm
So
not gonna.
I'll just I'll just read off real quick what was in there. I already closed Amaranth's sheet.
Which is like Nina reciting to me as.
Yeah,
there
so
was-
you see basic supplies, a water skin, some torches. The bedroll was destroyed. There's sack, flint and steel. There's a horn, a big horn, like a signal horn.
Like an orc
Um,
signal horn?
It would be like
Yeah.
an orc signal horn.
Oh, I forgot about
You guys are probably like, what the fuck? She still had this? There's some cleric vestments, a little bit of acid damage, but not too bad. There's some rope, as well as a package that's wrapped up.
Package? I didn't see a package.
There is a package. Quit looking at her sheet, damn it. Seriously, Josh, stop looking at her sheet.
Yeah.
Josh is like, but okay, I'm done reading.
Nope. And there's a small package that's wrapped up.
I sort of handle each of these things, and I say, we should try to recover anything that we can. She She never talked about it, and it was much less obvious than with Orin, but she was nobility, and perhaps her family deserves to know of her end. So, and I'm sure the High Priest, Mikhail, is that right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mikhail, yes.
Mikhail deserves to have word sent too. But we should. I say I sort of like rouse myself and say we should head cross country. We should, even if it's a slim chance, perhaps we find sighting or sign of the Chimera. What do you say?
Okay.
What say you?
Mizuti just nods.
Mm.
What does mean? Well, there are three
Well,
nods
do we even know?
and one so I ignore whatever Nina says and said, good, we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm just like, you can still. I'm still taking this pretty hard. I'm just stop the crying face.
Durian, why don't we get going?
Agreed. Let's press on. Do we have rations? I think we do. We've got several weeks of rations. Let's go.
Yeah,
Knows that-
you guys stock up before you leave real quick and head out.
Well, I already had 2 weeks of rations
Sure.
on my bags. I don't know if you've been depleting.
You have, but you buy new stuff. It's fine. You guys.
Good. I
head
had
out.
2 weeks of rations. Let's go.
Cool. So you guys head out.
Yep.
Awesome. So you guys start heading along the south end of the woods.
Coming for
Cool.
you, Sagni.
Yep. So you guys start heading around. I'm gonna say that's probably a 3.5 day journey. So, all right. Okay. You guys passed the first night without issue. Second night is fine. Third day. Cool. So you guys are making camp on the third day, and are you doing watch? Let's say Nina, Durian, Nina, Caben, Mizuti. That sound
Yeah,
fine?
sounds good.
Yep.
Cool. So you guys are making camp. Oh, okay. All right. So all of you are asleep.
Oh, no.
Caben, give me a D2.
A D2?
A D2.
Don't we-
You only sleep for 4 hours, so I'm determining if you're awake or asleep.
Got a 2.
And that is, I guess I never. We'll say that's when you're awake. Cool.
I never figured out what it was.
Quick, let's roll another D2 to decide what's
Roll it
what.
again.
Go by last time you did this, 2 was awake. So,
Sure. If you remember
Awesome.
that,
Two's
that's
awake. So you're just kind of resting there. Mizuti's on watch, and roll me a perception check, and she will as well. Oh, that's a natural 2.
Is my perception for my bracers factored into my skill
Yep,
thing?
that's on your sheet.
Oh, it is factored in. Oh,
Yep.
modifier. Okay. That's
Yep,
cool.
miscellaneous mod. It should be.
I
in there.
saw. Okay, so I'm at.
You better proceed everything.
Should I roll for the owl as well? Oh!
Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me?
Roll a D3, and high is good.
Oh
you
my
want the 3.
god!
We'll see if
you
your
have-
owl is off hunting.
Kevin.
You have hallucinations. Nope.
2 ones in a row!
Hedwig is off hunting. Well, that's a
Oh, man.
D3, so that's fine. But Hedwig is off hunting. And you're just kind of like laying down. You're maybe chatting with Mizuti a little bit. So you guys aren't paying that much attention. When all of a sudden you hear a growl coming from.
I got a plus
woods.
12. Come on.
Is this three days out of Fort Kiribati, you said?
Yeah, you're. This is the third day, so you could probably make it to Sagni. Probably by noon the next day, depending. And I am going to ask for a quick break there. You hear a growl.
You hear a growl.
and something's going to happen very quickly after that. And we'll take a
no.
quick break.
Okay.
Break
Take
time.
a quick break, guys. We'll see you soon in about
God
five,
damn.
A
5
couple
to
minutes.
7.
This time we don't have to do character creation.
Yeah, not as long as last time. 5 to 7 minutes.
This is where you get FU YouTube moment from roleplay.
Suck it, YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get fucked, YouTube.
Get fucked.
Okay, well.
We will see you soon.